Can I say something?
Yes, please.
Clarification. When the mind is quiet, the mind, being limited, cannot touch that, okay? But when the mind is quiet, when it is quiet, and so all practices are done basically for that, to quieten the mind and make it less distracted. And what happens is, when the mind is very quiet, then as an individual, it ceases to exist. Then there is only the infinite. Let's put it this way. It's a better way of putting it. It's not that the mind can reach out there. The mind is absolutely calm and quiet. When there are no ripples on it, then it almost ceases to exist except to recognize this, what is happening. Nothing else remains. Then the infinite is glimpsed. Then there is no single mind, there is only that infinite mind. Yeah, but if you want to translate it or tell somebody about it, then you need to again get this little mind out there to explain, because otherwise it's not possible. You're right. So it's a tool in the sense that the mind is usually distracted. It's always moving around here and there. 1 minute here, 1 minute there. It's like a monkey climbing the tree. But when you do ways and means, different forms of meditation, really the greatest of meditation is when there is nothing happening. In fact, I would even question the thought, I am going to meditate. Because when I am going to meditate, meditation cannot happen. Because I am there, I am trying to meditate. You know it. But all these are used as tools so that the mind becomes subtler and subtler and subtler, finer and finer, until one day it's totally settled down. In that settling down is the understanding. Now, partly the distraction is also because we are not serious about it, we are not so interested in it. We may be a little bit, when you are really serious, there is no distraction. Look, suppose you love music, right? Suppose. Now I say, I want to listen. Is there a distraction? No, because I am fully there, I am fully involved. Was there a distraction? When there is a distraction, that means I am not fully involved in this, which means I still haven't developed the love for it. When it happens, people say, why I am trying to meditate, I cannot meditate. I said, when you are trying, you are not meditating. I don't know if you can understand what I am trying to say. In Sanskrit, there are two words in the yoga science of yoga. Patanjali describes dharana and dhyana. Now, dharana is all the tools of meditation that you use, which are essential for the mind which is running around to bring to one point. I agree with that. After that, why has he differentiated dharana from dhyana? Because dhyana is when your mind has now rested and is not attempting anything, is quiet, then dhyana comes automatically. Dhyana is not a state to be attained. It's a state when perfect dharana is attained. If you try to get to perfect dharana, and then you already have the dhyana moving. And samadhi, the state of illumination which is described in the Yoga Sutras, it's not something that comes through self-effort, it is complete effortlessness. And it's not one of the points in the Ashtanga Yoga, it's the culmination, the last culmination, when the mind is so still that the mind is no more your mind or my mind. There's only the mind in abstract. And that abstract mind is no different from the infinite consciousness, because it has lost its individual traits. And believe me, don't look puzzled, you can do it. It's not that only I can do it. Don't look, is this possible? Well, it is possible. It's so simple that people don't think that it's so complicated and don't go into it. Actually, it's the simplest thing. Everybody should know. I mean, you don't have to change your robes or your hairstyle. But I think goodness matters. Because goodness has no logic. It has no logic. You don't give something because you always expect something in return. That is not goodness. Goodness is an automatic feeling from inside to give, to help, to love. The moment it becomes a calculation, it's gone. Even ordinary love, what we call worldly love, is better than worldly calculation. Seriously. There are two young people and they are standing somewhere under the tree, or I don't know where they stand these days, and and they are looking at each other. Nobody knows what is happening. They are doing nothing. They are just looking at each other. You ask them, what are you doing? Oh, nothing. Something is happening. What's happening? No definition. So you can imagine that. Much more than that. Does logic work? No, it doesn't work at that point. If two young people are in love, is there any logic? Tell me. No. You do anything for that other person. Anything. This is ordinary. And then when it grows, imagine how it is at that point. You don't expect anything in return. You just want to love.